If this is finding you, you can rest assured that you are not lacking discipline. You are simply just in a grieving process, realizing that the perfectionism you grew up thinking was necessary to receive love, to receive admiration, to receive success from life is one, impossible, two, not even a joyous experience, not even what universe is expecting from you to receive from the law of attraction, law of assumption. You're just in a grieving process of realizing that all of that is pretty irrelevant. You're not lazy. You're grieving the fact that perfectionism isn't needed, and the rest and the nervous system reset that has been triggered from that is what's making that perfectionism side of you, how ironic, punish yourself by making you think that you're lazy. And that's just not the case, you know? And me, myself, I'm a Virgo. I totally understand that thought distortion. It's okay, hun. The attention to detail, the level of psychoanalyzing, the level of all of the things that are nitpicky perfectionism adjacent within you, they will, it's not like that side of you is evil. There'll be application for that, right? But it's just the part of that side of you that uses it to abuse yourself. I wouldn't say that you abuse others. I'm just hearing that you're just like such this like sweetie pie. I like literally pictured a peach pie, maybe like a fruit pie. Summer fruit pie is like, maybe that's like a sign or synchronicity for someone that, like, you know, having that type of pie. Maybe you've been having a craving for fruit, for jams, for jellies in a way that you haven't been, but that just really popped into my head really strong. See, I'm getting this Knight of Wands energy paired with the Sun. I'm picking these up as the two sides of you, right? There's this side that wants to charge forward, maybe even a little impulsive. And then there's this inner joy side of you that realized, like, yeah, I'm on the horse, but it's a joyous experience. It's not, you know, feeling this fire of the sun, this masculine energy charge to go out to achieve, to take it on. It's not a gender, it's not a gender, what even is the word? I don't even know the word for like heteronormativity. It's not like a gender role type of thing. It's not a gender specific message coming through, but I'm sensing a lot of masculine energy. Like you just want to like get things done, hit the mark. But it can be a joyous path, or it can be like, I'm about to like Knight of Wands, impulsive, fall off the horse while I'm trying to manifest. And that is how I'm reading that, because Knight of Wands mean like it's good to charge forward. It's good to be like ready to manifest and put a lot of energy behind it. But it has to come from this joyous experience. It has to be this kind of pair. And I say has to be, not because you're not gonna have moments where lots of horse puns where you're gonna fall off the horse, you know, with being kind to yourself. Even in those moments, it's gonna take a non-perfectionism attitude for you to have grace hold space for what's going on there. That's what I'm hearing. My headphones are blocking that I have hair. It's a bun type of day because she needs a retwist, and that's my business. So I'm gonna keep these out and we'll just keep adding to the layer. I haven't used my like original Rider-Waite deck in a while, but again, I'm just getting like this really, you know what I'm getting this energy about you is that you're like kind of like, you've got like a hermetic perfectionism vibe, but you have so much joy in you. No one has ever been like, no one, even if you were depressed, no one ever assumed that you were depressed because you were always hitting the ground running. And when someone wanted a smile from you, you picked up on that energy. Like you're an empath. You're not the type of perfectionism that tries to cast out that judgment towards others or towards yourself. It just happens because you like when things are pristine. You like when things go the right way. But babe, it's not always gonna go that way, and that has to be okay, all right? Like I feel so much compassion in my heart, like starting this reading, because I told y'all I'm a Virgo, And like it's just that way for me sometimes. Like I really had to grieve and put to the side perfectionism. If you've ever read Year of Magical Thinking by Joan Didion, you'll see the level of thought distortions that can come when you're grieving something, and it doesn't have to be a person. Like she's talking about grieving her husband and worrying about the health of her daughter, but you can grieve anything. It doesn't have to be a person. You can grieve, you know, something not going the way that you wanted it to, because I see that you have a really strong, I'm really hearing this really strong, you have a strong visualization power. You were a kid who played pretend. You were a kid who everyone like you were a kid who, like, even if everyone didn't want to play with you all the time, like every now and then a kid would surprise you because they would just like kind of wander up to you like, what are you doing? Because your imagination is so strong, it just radiates off of you. And that is the same imagination, level of imagination, that you create a picture of how something's supposed to go so vividly in your mind that it's so bright and beautiful. Like it looks like this. And then when you charge and try to manifest it, your energy's more like this. These two energies are very, very different, right? Look, he's not even afraid he's gonna fall off. He is. It's crazy that these cards came out together, and one fell on the floor, so. Look at this. Wow, Four of Swords. Four of Swords, if you don't know, it's a resting card. Everyone gets afraid. They think this guy is dead. But look at, if all else fails, use color theory. Look at this yellow. Look at the illumination of the stained glass, right? There's still power within him. One of the swords are on his casket, and three being a number of creation, right? Collaboration. It's about resting. It's about, I'm praying, I'm meditating. See his prayer hands. I'm praying, I'm meditating, I'm pulling back my energy from things to make sure that I am recharged with, you know, prepared for battle, you know? So yeah, when I see this card, it really reminds me of rest, you know? I really want to add to this energy. I really want to build on this. I want to clarify this card. When will you know that your resting season is done? Let's pull for that. When will you know that it's okay to, when will you have learned? Because a grieving period is kind of like a resting period, right? I really want you to allow yourself some rest. But I know that with that perfectionism energy and with this energy of manifesting and wanting to get that done, these things, and like change your reality, with that coming through so strong, I know that it's kind of like unrealistic to assume that you're just going to take a complete break. It needs to be offs and ons. You can't just obviously like stop working, stop showing up for the people who need you, right? But enter everything that you do with rest, and enter it even more than that with resting from that perfectionism. Just remember, the rest will come naturally when you know that things aren't going to go exactly the way that you thought. And if every time that happens, just think of me and my big mouth smiling and just be like, she said that. And like, just remember me, that I'm your friend in this, and just smile like, dang, she was right. Look at it, already going crazy. I'm gonna go pick up that card and see what's going on, because with this, I want to clarify, how will you know that your grieving has taken a turn and that you're healed from this perfectionism purgatory? How's that for alliteration? Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups, when you're able to let that emotional side of you be left behind, right? Eight of Cups is all about leaving emotions that no longer serve you behind, right? You see the moon? The moon represents like your emotions and also illusions and thought distortions. Perfectionism is a thought distortion. It'll be very clear, I'm hearing, when you've knocked and cut out that perfectionism, purgatory spirit, when you feel that these intense emotions, this like that pulls down on you, that weight is relieved from your intention. When you get into a resting state and you're just breathing in and out, and you'll feel it's light. You're not going to feel as much tension. You're not going to feel as many emotions plaguing your heart and mind all the time. It's going to be, I'm hearing, it's going to be a full body realization. You're going to feel it in your energy. And it's not going to just be like one day you're feeling better. It's going to be like, I'm hearing, it's going to be like every day you're kind of light on your feet in a new way that you haven't experienced before. Please keep an eye out for it, because if you can expect it, it's coming through for you. It's coming through for you. And once you expect it, it will manifest. It will manifest. But it will manifest when you're ready. And you can't let that be a new stake in your perfectionism. Oh, well, when is it going to come? She said that one day I'm spontaneously going to be light on my feet. No, it's going to be after this period of grieving, over and over and over again, letting go of the perfectionism, understanding that you're not lazy, you can rest, it's okay. Deep breath, releasing the tension from your intention, recentering the intention on the things that bring you this joy, combining joy with work. I'm hearing if there's work that needs to be done, go and do it at a brewery, go and do it at a cafe, romanticize it. We're romanticizing the hard work so it feels like this instead of I'm about to fall off the horse, and it will feel like this, right? It'll feel like that rest, and then we'll get to here. We're leaving the emotions behind. You're following the lantern that you're carrying with you. You're following the light of the moon, and it's not going to feel like, oh, sadness of the moon and like howling at it, longing. It's going to feel like the moon up there, that's my girl. I've healed my relationship with her. I've healed my emotions. I want to clarify the sun card as a, I want to clarify that sun card and come up with an idea of how to always center on more joy. Whoa, these cards are like really wanting to fly out. Know that I support you in this. There's no judgment. If you're a perfectionist, it's just how it goes sometimes, girl. You just want the best for you. There's nothing to be ashamed of in that. You know, like sometimes when you like get a message and you, ooh, oh my gosh, too many cards, Spirit. Sometimes when you get a message and it's like, ooh, they just called me out. It's not like a judgy energy. It's just take it as a synchronicity. Don't run away from being seen. Don't run away from or start to create lashings on yourself. I'm going to take this one that fell out. This one's too much. Don't start to like beat yourself up even for having perfectionism as one of your problems. Like, what a good problem to have, that you want everything to go okay. You just have to breathe when it doesn't. That's all, hun. Uh-oh. 9 of Cups, tending to your emotions. And nine's energy is like things that can only be done in your lonesome. So I'm really hearing like echoes of this rest. And even when I clarified it with the 8 of Cups, wow, 8 of Cups, 9 of Cups, right? 8 of Cups, 9 of Cups. And there were so many cards that wanted to fly out, but this is the one that I picked. 8 of Cups, 9 of Cups, right? You leave those emotions behind, boop, after the rest period. You feel that emotional turn of events. And then with the, everything wants to fall on the floor. And then when it's time to be joyous and in the sun, it's just like you're focusing on the things that bring you joy. You're focusing on the things that fill your cup. 9s are all about things that can be done in your own solo energy. Nines are very hermetic. Nines are ruled by the hermit. So, wow, and I brought that up so much. So I'm really feeling that in this joyous moment, it's not about you being alone. It's about feeling the things that fill your cup specifically that aren't tied to another person. The things that light you up inside, that it can't be replicated by anything else. And it might be something that you don't have. It's like you come first. That's the energy. It might be hanging out with another person, but it's like the person who doesn't emotionally drain you. You know those videos where it's like people catching me out with my man, or me catching me out with that one friend that doesn't emotionally drain me or drain my social battery? That's what I'm hearing. Doing the things that don't drain your social battery. Make time for it at the end of the day. Even if it's just a nice shower with your body scrubs, and making sure that even if, don't let the thought distortion of, oh, but then that means that I'm 5 minutes behind on maybe doing this or maybe doing that. The schedule doesn't matter. What does that sound like? It sounds like perfectionism. Why do I have my headphones on? Ooh, that's silly. But anyway, yes, this Nine of Cups energy is what brings you to that sun energy. It's what comes like the sun. And it's so interesting because we have that moon energy over here with the Eight of Cups, leaving it behind, and then over here with the Nine of Cups energy, it's aligned with the sun. Like when I disappear, it's like, ooh, I hope you guys don't feel like lonely when I when I go under the table. But anyway, y'all, I love this energy for you. That's where the journey is headed. So that's really all for your reading. I trust you to get there. Perfectionism is like, you know what? Actually, that isn't your reading. I'm going to clarify that Knight of Wands card because I want to know what to avoid. I'm telling you what to do, but what do we avoid? Ooh, they all want to jump out. They all want to jump out. Ooh, too many cards. That one's really jumping out. Let's see. Oh my goodness. The Four of Wands. It's a stable energy. I have manifestation, but sometimes stability is stagnancy. And sometimes when there's a big celebration and everyone's like, woo, 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 sometimes that can be overwhelming. Sometimes that is the pressure. Look, Wands on Wands. Sometimes this energy of a big celebration and all of this, oh, I need to be stable. I need to manifest. I need to, you know, make sure that everything's solid because I'm entering the kingdom. Those are the types of having a stability. I'm hearing having a stability as you're manifesting is much, 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 much different than having perfectionism. Because something about this image, it's like you're entering, they're sitting there waiting for you. That is intimidating. Don't worry about what other people think. Don't worry about other people think. They're not expecting you to be perfect. I'm hearing it clear as day. That is what you're afraid of. Leave that behind. Leave those emotions of what other people think about you, those thought distortions of, oh, well, if I'm not perfect, then this won't go wrong and then these people will leave me. That's what I'm hearing. You're afraid of getting left behind. It's about what you want to leave behind. If you're afraid that someone isn't going to accept you imperfectly, you might need to leave them behind. Or at least you're worried about what they're thinking. You can't read their mind. You can't. And you don't want to, because it's just a bunch of their thought distortions. You really don't want that. Focus on this, what fills your cup, okay? And then you can enter the kingdom party with people in that stable energy. There's a time and place for that. But what I'm hearing right now is that this is you. Figuring out what fills your cup, and you'll arrive. This is you. This is like a reverse shot, like in film. This is you coming into the kingdom to see them. Low battery. But it can only be done. But it can only be done. This is the pairing. Not this, oh, once I see them and like, once I see them all at the gate waiting for me, it'll all be perfect. No, that's not what it was. Looking at them leads to this unstable energy. This was the card I pulled to clarify this chaotic Knight of Wands energy with what to avoid. So that's the pairing there. You're riding in to see them. It can feel chaotic. We're not focusing on them. Not right now. Not while we're grieving this perfectionism. Not until we can leave behind what we're worried about them thinking about us. Don't even think about it. It's probably weird and wonky anyway. Again, filled with all their thought distortions, filled with all their perfectionism. Don't let them project that onto you. And don't let you project that onto yourself. Projecting what they might think about you onto yourself. No place for that. Filling your own cup. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. I think that's enough. I think we've wrapped up cleanly and nicely. No loose ends, right? Damn near perfect. Maybe not perfect because it doesn't exist, but you feel me? You're tracking? Okay. Mwah, doves. I love you. Have a good, whatever day it is. Yeah. Mwah, mwah, mwah.